This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning of the end. Make our way to the final confrontation. Meredith and Orsino and all that good stuff. It's been leading up to this. I mean, all this stuff has been boiling in the kettle for a long time, and it's about time it came to a head. That whole Canary uprising was nothing compared to this. This is going to literally tear everything apart and lead up to the events in Inquisition.
First Enchanter Orsino got into a terrible argument with the Knight Commander. He stormed off to bring the matter before the Grand Cleric, but the Knight Commander gave chase. I fear there will be blood.
Wonderful. Take me to them.
I will have the tower searched, top to bottom.
You cannot do that. You have no right.
I have every right. You are harboring blood mages, and I intend to root them out before they infect this city.
She's right about that.
Blood magic. Where do you not see blood magic? My people cannot sneeze without you accusing them of corruption.
She's usually right.
Do not trifle with me, mage. My patience is at an end.
A wonder that I never saw it begin.
The way you two carry on, people will talk. You came.
This does not involve you, champion.
I called her here. I think the people deserve to know just what you've done.
What I have done is protect the people of this city time and again.
That's true.
What I have done is protect you mages from your curse and your own stupidity.
That's
and
true to a point.
Stop doing it. I will not lower our guard. I dare not.
She has a point there.
What she's saying?
These are only her latest accusations, nothing more. And what if she does not find what she's looking for? How much further will she go to root out something that isn't there?
But it is there.
The champion knows better than anyone how deep the circle's corruption goes. I must find the source.
I know about you, Orsino. You're standing next to it, Meredith.
Is that all it's ever going to be? Are we mages to be forever persecuted for being what we are? The mere act of defending ourselves, confirmation of our
You
guilt?
force someone's hand and then
What
say you're
other
defending
option
yourself.
do we have? Tell me, champion, that you have not seen with your own eyes what they can do. Heard the lies of mages that seek power.
Yep. Lies is a good point, Meredith. That's actually a good
I
point.
have seen that many times over.
And we must fight such evil, but you cannot assume it exists in us all.
I know, and it breaks my heart to do it. But we must be vigilant. If you cannot tell me another way, do not brand me a tyrant.
That's a good point,
This is
too.
getting us nowhere. Grand Cleric Orsino will put a stop to this.
You will not bring her grace into this.
Now that's where you're wrong, Meredith. She should have been in this all along, but
The
she's
Grand
as useless
Cleric
as wet
cannot
toilet
help
paper.
you.
Explain yourself, mage.
I will not stand by and watch you treat all mages like criminal, while those who would lead us bow to their Templar jailers.
How dare you speak to
The
me?
circle has failed us, Orsino. Even you should be able to see that.
And
time
here's
has
the
come
demon.
to act. There can be no half measures.
Anders.
Showing you justice is behind this, by the way,
There can be
also.
no turning back.
Okay, if that's the sentence she deserves for being useless, then what is this piece of shit killing all these innocent people? What does it deserve? It's been polluting my party since the beginning of this fucking game.
Make her have mercy.
There can be no peace.
Elfina, no!
And that was the point altogether. With mages, there can be no
She was
peace.
Your most faithful, your most beloved.
Came out of its own mouth.
Why didn't she listen to me? Blessed be the souls of the faithful that they ascend to your right hand.
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
I removed the chance of compromise, because there is no compromise.
The Grand Cleric has been slain by magic. The Chantry destroyed.
I want to point something out in a second.
As Knight Commander of Kirkwall, I hereby invoke the right of annulment. Every mage in the circle is to be executed immediately.
Well, that was overdue.
The Circle didn't even do this. Champion, you can't let her. Help us stop this madness.
Now it's interesting,
And I
Orsino.
call on you to keep order. After what just occurred, you cannot deny what must be done.
Why
It's
are
true.
we debating the right of annulment when the monster who did this is right here?
Well, that's a good point too,
I
Sebastian.
swear to you, I will kill him.
No, me first.
Can't be stopped now. You have to choose.
Because of you, bitch.
I could have stopped you.
No. This had to happen.
Ah,
The
and there we
Circle
have
is
it.
an injustice. In many places beyond Kirkwall.
No, you're an
The
injustice,
world
you piece of
needs to
shit.
see.
Elthina is not the Circle. She was a good woman, and you murdered her.
That's true.
Fool. You've doomed us all.
No, you did that a
You
while back,
already
Orsino.
doomed. A quick death now or a slow one later. I'd rather die fighting.
How about just learn to control your magic and don't be a blood mage, bitch?
Grand Cleric, the mages, their blood is on your hands.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Even if I wished to, I could not stay my hand. The people will demand blood.
I guess you've got yourself a champion.
Your first act must be to execute this traitor.
That's true.
You can't side with her. Please. I can't support this.
You need to think about that, Meryl.
Unfortunate, but it's the only way.
The mages cannot hide behind their rights when they endanger so many.
Crushing the rebels, are we? How dare they wish for freedom?
They had
Do
freedom.
this. Don't make me choose between my people and my family.
Think carefully, champion. This is not justice.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, but you're on your own.
Bitch.
Very wise.
Just like my mother was.
Sure about this? You know she's going to murder people whose only crime was being born a mage.
It's a bad choice. The mages are defending themselves, and the Templars are just protecting the city. All we can do now is try to keep casualties to a minimum.
I suppose you're right. This decision was taken out of our hands.
That's true.
Stop him! I will warn the others!
Orsino and Anders made sure of that.
Gather our forces. We will deal with this.
Alright, so while we kick some righteous ass, one thing I was going to point out is Orsino didn't ask Anders what he had done. He asked him why he had done such a thing, right? And the depth of their lies knows no bounds as far as the mages go. They will lie and deceit and play innocent and all that, while all the time they'll be, you know, harboring demons and what have you, and each other.
So, it begins. I must gather my forces at the Gallows. Meet me there as soon as you can, champion. I'll leave this murderer for you to deal with. He's your companion. Do as you see fit.
I'll go through the dialogue for the sake of the Let's Play.
To myself. I took a spirit into my soul and changed myself forever to achieve this. This is the justice all mages
So
have
you
awaited.
did this on purpose from the beginning. Okay,
Did that
good to know that.
spirit tell you to do this?
No. When we merged, he ceased to be. We are one now.
Oh, get your emo bitch ass off your pedestal.
The injustice of the circle than he could.
Injustice of this. You don't know shit about justice, you hypocrite. You
So
piece
it's
of
up to
garbage.
you to decide how things should be?
It's obvious how things shouldn't be. The people fear what we can do. But to use that fear to bludgeon us into submission is wrong. And they do it with our blessing. And if I pay for that with my life, then I pay. Perhaps then justice would at least be free.
Opinions?
If I'd been in that chantry today, would you be waffling? You know what must be done.
Bold plan. Well, I thought so.
He wants
Shut
to
up,
die.
Isabella.
Kill him and be done with it.
Belief is no excuse. Sincerity does not justify this.
He should come with us. Do what he can to put things right.
I think I'm sick of mages and Templars.
Whatever you do, just do it.
I'll do it when I'm damn well good and ready,
You have
bitch.
to pay for what you've done.
I know. The sooner I die, the sooner my name lives on to inspire
Oh,
generations.
get off your Hollywood movie you got going on in your brain. Let's try to keep this a secret so this piece of shit can just die in the gutter like a piece of useless, nameless trash like it deserves. That's for every child molester, rapist, and murderer that's been allowed to live in the States and the rest of the world. That's what they get. Guess what? You can't do that shit anymore, bitch. It was too quick. It wasn't painful enough.
It will never be enough, but it's a start.
It's a start.
How invigorating.
We'd all best get to the gallows, and quick. It's going to be quite a show.
Alright. I can't even apologize for the Venom because he's the personification of a lot that's wrong, and that's the only solution for those types of things. Throw trash out, you don't try to redeem it. You don't take rotten meat and try to cook it again and make something. No, you just trash it. Grind it up, get rid of it. Make the world a better place. Alright, bad news is that leaves us without a healer, of course. Of course, he would abandon us in time of need. He turns on us in Legacy. He, if you take Anders with you when you go to deal with Corypheus, he shows that he's under Corypheus' control. Of course, he turns on us here, which we knew that was coming, but, like I say, we have no healer on the way out. There's a couple really sticky spots, too, here that we run into. Not having a healer, of course, makes it all that much harder. But we'll manage. We got Meryl, and she's a beast. Although she's still a bit confused. I guess being a mage, I get it. That her thoughts aren't quite clear, but her priorities may be just a little messed up. Just a little bit. Alright, I'd like to get the upgrade for Spirit Bolt, if nothing else. Whatever, I'm just kind of putting points into whatever now. The build is it's been done for a while. A couple levels ago. Now we just have points just to throw into just anything. Passives are good, you know, if I haven't picked them all already.
Drawing the circle. I'll put that on the list of things I wasn't expecting to do today.
Yeah, but Anders in his little emo cause that he had going on in his own brain that he played out, and he had everybody playing their part, even though they weren't even part of his little production. After all said and done, just another piece of crap that killed a whole bunch of people for no reason. People who really did have a right to life. They had a right to live. Be they people you liked or not is kind of irrelevant. They weren't guilty of a crime deserving of death. And this one who is, this abomination, is able to destroy their lives on his act of misguided perversion. It's beyond filthy. And his whole cause is misguided, honestly. Seriously. Anyway, no, that's done. He can't do it anymore. Too bad we couldn't save a lot of people, a lot of suffering and death. Okay, these mages who, if they're not blood mages, they will be, who don't deserve to live, they get to go on and at least get a fighting chance. All these other innocent people caught in the middle, they're just dead. And that's his fault. And so, you know, just calling it for what it is. Just plain and simple, really. But a lot of what I hear Meredith talking about is her hand being forced, is that if there is no right solution, you at least do something to protect the people. Something.
There is no escape.
Leave me alone. I never asked for any of this.
The law is clear, Mage. We cannot take the risk.
Keep away from me. I'm warning you.
Go ahead and validate. Validate what they're doing. There you go. Because, see, you didn't just turn into a blood mage right there on the spot. You had this. This had been going on all along. You're supposed to be all sorry and feel pitiful for her, and fuck that. Look at that. That's what you're sympathizing with. No. No sympathizing with that. That's an abomination, all right? That was set in motion a long time ago. This isn't something she just decided to do just now. No, she was part of this. She just got singled out. She didn't have all of her backup. She does now. And you gotta imagine, there's a person dead for every shade that she summoned, too. So that's an innocent... That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4... At least 4 innocent people that I can count right there that are on her list of things she's guilty for. Yeah, when you bind a spirit in this world... Now, shades may be an exception, but a rage demon is not an exception. Rage demon would be something that would be bound through the sacrifice of a person. I believe shades also. I believe any and all demons. It just depends on who you sacrifice, I guess. What I understand, like mages and things like that, when bound, can be like pride demons, you know, and the big guys. Although I don't know really what dictates what kind of spirit you get from what kind of person. All I know is it costs a life to bind a spirit to this world through blood magic. That's how I look at it anyway. I just say that's an innocent person killed for each demon that a blood mage calls to back them up. As if their fireballs and lightning wasn't enough. Now they got to do this too. And everyone suffers accordingly. Look at these rage demons are just destroying us. They're one of the biggest threats in the game, in my experience. Especially later game, like during the whole Zebenkek fight and all that. They're not going to leave me alone, are they? Can't kill him, he keeps getting invincible. Or stunning me or something. And this Templar, well, he's making me regret helping the Templars right there. The simple fact that he can't stop with that friendly fire garbage, man. Okay, having done a little more extra listening and reading and looking around and getting a real view on cause and effect, who really did what and who's acting and who's reacting. In other words, I see bad actions from both sides, but what is reactions by not necessarily all that savory people? You know, there's on a bunch of good guys running around in Templar outfits that we've seen so far in the game. A lot of them are rotten apples too, no better than the thugs and smugglers and murderers and rapists and stuff that we see in the Undercity, right? But I see a lot of what they're doing in their order, both official and not, as being reactive, right? He's just glued onto me, isn't he? Okay, get glued to that. All serving this desire demon. They all gave their lives willingly to summon, thinking that it's bound to their will, and all the while they're serving it. Good going, mages. I don't see the Templars doing this. This is where you need a good tank. All this melee right here, no one but Aveline's going to be able to take all that. That's a beating. Here we go. I say not having a healer is having an impact on this, definitely. Good news is we can get Bethany back eventually. But we have to go through the worst of it just to get to that point. Anyway, a good safe spot right there. I'll have a lot more of this too. At least a couple of these we have, well, what do you say, Templar backup, although those friggin' Templar lieutenant dudes, they throwing their stun bombs, that's not cool. I was thinking we might have some other ones over here. Oh wow. It steals my ability, but he doesn't take any damage. That's not cool. Yeah, they're blood mages. They're blood mages. This dude really... Yeah, there you go. Freaking cockroach. Step in every corner and you're guaranteed to step on a blood mage. And yeah, there's the demons they've summoned. Absolutely. A lot of this with the help of Tevinter. What I'm thinking is since that's an ancient Tevinter spell that Anders used, that Orsino helped him get the books to learn the spell. That's what I believe. Or maybe it was Dupuis. Maybe it was the guy that was after the same guy that killed Mother or something. Who knows? Who knows what Anders was all involved? Who really cares? It's dead now. Where are the Templar hunters right now? You know, those one-shot assassins? Where are they now when you need them? I guess that'd be overpowered, be too much help. Because they could one-shot all these mages, take care of them by themselves. Seriously. Okay, that's kind of a long, drawn-out fight there, but that's not the bad one. There's one in particular coming up. I don't exactly remember where, but it involves some mage or demons. Some of the more powerful of Orsino's blood mage disciples. A lot of summons, and I believe they used all the innocent people in that particular district of Kirkwall to make those demons too. That's my suspicion. We don't see a lot of citizens running around here. The mages have sacrificed all of them to make their demon pets. Just saying.
Is there a story behind Bianca?
I think it's right here. Yeah, in front of our hero statue. Yeah, look at all these dead bodies here. Okay, this will be what this friggin' demon-loving blood mage. This is how she got her power. I wonder if she killed her own mages for it. Anyway, she's a blood mage. We need to get her out of the picture ASAP. There we go. Okay, it looks like Dog maybe is keeping some of them busy over there. Let's hope Aveline can just sit here and take it for a minute. Take these guys out as quick as possible. I don't know how long Dog's gonna last over there. It's like a second tank, I guess you could say. All I'm seeing is mage bodies here, not Templar bodies, so I'm assuming this mage sacrificed the other mages. I mean, you know, because it's only Templars that abuse other mages, right? They don't serve them breakfast every morning, so they're starving them, so therefore they should rebel. But their own kind, they're killing each other. And when they're not doing it, oh, look, even the warden mages were killing the other wardens to bind their demons, right? You see that in Inquisition, right? You see where that whole thing starts here. I'm just saying, you know? Okay, anyone can be an asshole, but these mages certainly take it to a whole new level. And, oh, that's not going to end well, is it? And not having a healer, this is just nasty. Oh, I guess I got frozen again. Well, I'm glad it's like friendly fire, kind of. Okay, I didn't need him coming over there doing that bullshit. It's time for him to go. Evelyn really needs to use a potion if she can, or else we're all screwed. She goes down, we're all screwed. Yep, there she goes. Right on time. And she was almost gone. Yeah, I think we got this. This was the nasty one. Very fortunate to get through this.
This is wearing on me.
Yep, blood mages. The writers would like to introduce this concept that maybe they're not all alike, and that there are exceptions to the mages, and yeah, there may be a very small handful, but when you make a rule that covers the 99%, that's a pretty safe bet. Maybe one or two that haven't fallen, I'm not even going to say victim to the demons, because a lot of them embrace it, search it out, seek it out. If they don't have an excuse, then that's their excuse. In other words, if you haven't given them an excuse to kill you, that's their excuse, because you won't give them an excuse. Therefore, you're depriving them. They're always deprived. They're so abused, so misunderstood. All the while, they're killing people. Lots and lots of innocent people. For every mage you let live, you condemn a lot of innocent people to death. That's been my experience through this whole thing, and I don't see exceptions to that. It's, it makes them all that much harder when you're friends with some, you know? Because it's like, wow, or what if you're married to a mage? You know, I put myself in those shoes. What if I was married to somebody who was found to have magic? And that would be hard. Because the what's good for the whole world thing would have to take the back seat to my personal selfish love interests. You know, which somebody would pay for eventually. Because I would inevitably cover for that person and help hide that person and do whatever, and then that person would find some excuse to turn in, and I would probably be the first one they turn on, ironically enough. I'd be their first victim, so they could summon a demon or bind a demon or some bullshit like that. I mean, I'm just saying. And that's the kind of tragedy I see in this game, just time and time again.
First Enchanter!
Stay back! I don't want to fight you!
And here you are.
Let us speak, Meredith, before this battle destroys the city you claim to protect!
I will entertain a surrender, nothing more.
I don't blame you.
Speak if you have something to say.
Revoke the right of annulment, Meredith, before this goes too far.
You already made it go too far, Orsino. Don't put it on her.
Tower, I will even help you.
Yeah,
Do not
wow.
kill us all for an act we did not commit.
The Grand Cleric is dead, killed by a mage. The people will demand retribution, and I will give it to them. Your offer is commendable, Orsino, but it comes too late.
That's a good
The time
point.
for talking is done.
I agree.
And me? Will you also fight your own sister?
I could ask you the same question, Bethany.
I didn't want it to come to this.
Stay strong, child. We must make a stand together, or we are all lost.
Don't talk to my sister like that, you piece of shit.
Yes, First Enchanter.
Well, you got...
So what is
don't
it
tell me
to
you got her
be, Meredith?
brainwashed,
Do we
brain
fight
controlled.
here?
Go. Prepare your people. The rest of the Order is already crossing the harbor.
This isn't over.
It will be. Scurry along, bitch. I'll come find you. Take your velvet dress with you.
Let me tell you what is about to happen. We have the unenviable task of entering the Gallows and eliminating every mage we find within. You must harden your heart. The magic within them is a disease that, if left unchecked, will spread and fester. We will do what we must. Maker have mercy on their souls. Prepare for the attack. Let me know when you are ready, champion.
What are we going to find in there?
Too bad she's power mad. Be a lot of dialogue here to finish out, so I'll probably leave you guys with that, with the dialogue, and then in the next video we'll go ahead and start with the well, commencing to take care of the disease here in the Gallows. I agree, it's a disease. Killed our mother, it's killed everything it's touched. It claims to be misunderstood just so that you'll leave it alone so it can fester. Seems to be the truth of it. Alright, y'all take care.
Captain.
Not for much longer if this goes bad. What a mess. You really put loyalty to the test, you know. Donnic has kept the guard protecting civilians. It's been contained so far, but we really need some luck going ahead.
Aveline, I need to have your men fighting up front.
It's not their war. They've been pressed just keeping order on the side streets.
You know I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important.
You may as well tear open the void. All right, I'll send word. Donnic will know what to do. I just hope you do as well.
The Knight Commander's a bitch, but I think she's got the right of it for once. I hope you're prepared for what we're about to face. Desperation will drive these mages to terrible acts. I've seen it before. It will not be pretty.
What do you mean?
The Imperium has its own Templars, and they too must act when mages cross the line. The line is in a different place, but the end result is the same. We will see abominations born of terror and wrath. Men you never believed capable of depravity, embracing it gladly.
Abominations and blood mages? Sounds like a Tuesday.
It does sound that way, doesn't it? Now the battle awaits us. Navia lerno victoria. Only the living know victory. Fight well.
Nervous, Hawk?
My mother didn't raise any stupid children. I know how dangerous this fight will be.
Well, that's comforting. It's the most dangerous thing we could ever do, but at least we know that. You know me, Hawk. I'm not one for long goodbyes. But this, defending innocent people, preserving our way of life, this is worth doing.
We've faced down worse things than this, Varric. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, I hate it when you say that. What do you say we put an end to all this waiting around and go meet destiny? If Elthina had stood firm behind the Knight Commander, this wouldn't have happened. There are times when even the best intentions lead to the void.
That was a terrible way to die. The Grand Cleric deserved better.
As did your mother, Hawk. We've both lost those dear to us to these Maleficarum. These mages will not stop until they overthrow the Chantry. There was never peace to be made with them. The Maker favors us in this fight. He must, for we defend against his enemies. If we fall here, may we meet again at his side.
Don't be nervous. Things are going so well.
I suppose whether we succeed or fail doesn't really matter. Whatever happens, I'm with you, Marvenon. Does all this feel like a dream to you, too?
In a moment, I'll look down, see I have no pants on.
The champion of Kirkwall going to battle naked. Why can't I ever have that dream? My love.
I love you. Whatever happens, remember that. Shouldn't you be halfway to Tevinter by now?
Maker's breath. Take off with a priceless relic once, and you never hear the end of it. Your life would have been easier if you had just cut me out of it. But you stood by me. You defied the Qunari, and fought their Arashok for me, even after I betrayed you.
You came back to help me. Defending you from the Arashok was the least I could do.
And don't think I'm not grateful for that. I know I don't exactly inspire confidence, but I swear, I'm going to come through for you this time. When you look for me, I'll be fighting at your side.
I assume you are ready, champion?
What will you do once the mages are dead?
This is not the first time the right of annulment has ever been invoked. We will do as others have done before us. Start again. Kirkwall will be rebuilt, stronger than before, and the Circle will know fear. This has been a long time coming. I am eager to begin.
To slaughter the entire Circle? Oh, sure.
Good. You will need to give orders to your companions. Do that, and the attack may begin.
So what shall the rest of us do?
Fenris, I want you to stay close. Help out when you can.
As you wish.
Isabella, I want you to fight from stealth. Keep them confused.
Sounds like fun.
Sebastian, I need you somewhere with a good vantage. Cover us while we move in.
May the Maker favor us now.
I'm no Templar. I'm not sure every step leads me closer to the Maker. But I know trouble. And this is it. I can't say for certain that going in there is right. But I know it's needed right now. When home is on the line. Maybe that's enough.
Champion, the attack is about to begin. Break it down!
Here they come! Stop them!